Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Apple TV's show Foundation, Season 2, Episode 2. And we're going to get right into it. Spoilers! Okay, yeah, so this episode, we start off basically right where we left off with the argument going on with Harry, arguing with Gail about him being locked in the cube all this time. He was talking about how he was conscious and aware the entire time that he was in there. She like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was going to be the case, and and she trying to explain to Sal that he was a bad person and I was mad at the time and this that and the other, but they still got to explain how she did it. Still don't understand that, but okay, she confirmed once again, yeah, she did it. Okay, so somehow this affected the second foundation, which I don't think ever got established, or it did, but now we're not in the same place. It was supposed to be on Helios, his home planet, but now it's someplace called Ignis, which the three of them are on their way to. So that's what they're doing. Meanwhile, Empire is still got the host of the lady that he's supposed to be marrying, and she questioning everything and pushing buttons, and he's trying to pretend like he like it, but he kind of don't. You know, they be real funny after. And Don and Dust trying to go along with it as best they can, and she studied digging for information. Is all she really doing, trying to figure out how Demoiselle, the robot lady, how she's been around all this time, and what's her situation, and all of that kind of stuff. I don't like how she digging. I don't like how she digging. It just seems suspicious, and it seems like that's going to be a real problem somewhere down the line. Then, with the foundation, the first foundation, you got the fact that the vault has opened up in 100 or so years since Harry came out the vault. The little boy, one of the little kids, he didn't grow up. Now he's some kind of priest, the head priest of this religion for Harry. But they using tricks, to all these civilizations that chose to go against technology or don't use it or life is harder without it. They using it like it's magic, and it's kind of crazy. And like dude said, he did agree to that. It's wrong. I didn't want to do that, but y'all wanted me to do it. Meanwhile, they study want to tout new technology and all this other stuff, but it's at what cost? Is it at the cost of the people? And y'all just becoming another empire. That's the thing that Harry didn't want. Dude had a point, but the current warden also had a point. And you're drunk and you're making and on some kind of drugs, and you're making yourself not very believable. So, right now, just sit on the sidelines. We hear you. So they had called these priests back, and one of the apostles of this religious group is also the daughter of the head of the foundation right now. So that's the only reason this dude's really getting any kind of leeway, even though he was, like he said, one of the last people who was alive the last time the vote opened and Harry came out of it. But now we got this issue about an Uber Mallow because Gail had a vision after suffocating herself to see some of the future, to connect to her future self. Also saw that Sal was dead, so that wasn't great. And somebody called Uber Mallows, who they got to deal with right now to stop this other person, the mule, from destroying everything. He's super psychic and probably come from a race of super psychic people, so that's a problem, and they look bad. So that's like another 100 and some years in the future. So I'm seeing some another time jumping going to happen, and we're going to see something else. And how does the psychic stuff work? He knew what was happening with the psychic leaping from the past to her future self. Can they do that as well and find their past selves? Is that going to be a problem? Did she open up another can of worms? I don't know. But I guess we're going to find out. Because this Uber Mello is also who the vault on Foundation, Planet Terminus, also wants them to find after it totally melted away their current warden as he was trying to communicate with it, thinking that Harry was going to walk out of it. yeah, like melted him. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Think of that, but this Uber Mellow person needs to be found stat. Yeah. So that was this week's episode of Foundation. We started to move forward. They started to give more information up front, which I appreciate. No more drawing it all out. But now we're moving on forward. We established who it is. Uber Mellow, gotta find that person. You know, uh, Gail and Harry and Sal is on their way to Ignis to the second foundation. First foundation finna start trying to set up their way to deal with this next crisis, and it's all gonna come to a head at some point. I'm pretty sure. So we shall see, and I will see you then. In the meantime, have a great day.